someone in my Discord was like, "Hey, are you all right? I heard that Australia's flooding." I'm like, "What the fuck are you on about?" Um, apparently Australia is flooding. This was news to me. So, I think it's Queensland. It might not be Melbourne actually. Queensland and New South Wales. Australia floods. Here we go. Australia floods. 40,000 evacuated. At least 2 dead. That's okay. I didn't need to know the dead part. Yeah. Here we go. No, here. Here's Western Sydney underwater. Actually flooded. This is apparently like a 100-year flood. What is this? This is insane. I saw some people trying to like rescue someone and they were in scuba gear. That's how deep this water is. This is a house almost underwater. The problem with Sydney is basically a bowl. This is why when the fires happened, the smoke in Sydney actually lasted way longer than anywhere else, like way after the fires ended, because it pretty much just got trapped within the Sydney area and had nowhere to go. Whereas other places, like when there was fires near my place, because I'm up in the hills, the base of the smoke just rolled on by and we're all good. And any of the plains areas were fine as well. But Sydney's kind of fucked when anything bad like that happened, whether that be floods, fires. It's just going to feel the reckoning for way longer than anywhere else. But yeah, someone asked me on my Discord if I was alright, and I'm like, I didn't even know it was fucking flooding, because I didn't hear anything. Usually, when I get any news, it's usually going to be from Twitter, because I don't watch news. I follow a couple of the like the Australian Fire Service and things like that, and usually they'll put out announcements about natural disasters. But I guess it must have went by me. Oh, okay. I thought this was new. I I thought there might have been some crocodiles in Western Sydney as well. There probably are, considering how flooded it is. There probably are going to be some crocodiles just swimming around Sydney right now, which is a terrifying sight. Like imagine your house just the water goes away. All the house is back. Obviously, all the houses will have to be demolished. But you go back, try to like save any of your stuff that was potentially going to survive, and then there's just like a crocodile just chilling in your living room. I don't know what I would do, to be honest. I'll be like, nah, I don't need my stuff. I'm just fine. Croc, you can keep this place. We're all good. We're buddies. Maybe you want to be my roommate. You can stay in that room. I'll lock you in there. I'm never gonna visit. I wonder what would happen if you locked a crocodile in a room like that. Would it try to escape? Like, would it just chill? It would probably try to escape when it gets hungry. I don't know. Maybe it thinks you're food. Why are the people driving through this water? Are you guys mental? Road subject to flooding. Yeah, it certainly looks like it's subject to flooding. There is no road anymore. Being up in the hills, I'm obviously never going to deal with a flood like this because water rolls down hills. But if I eventually, or when I eventually move to the Riverland, there's supposed to be a flood in the next like 20 or a really big flood in the next 20 or 30 years. So maybe I should pick an area that's high up away from the river. That might not be a bad idea. Maybe go live by my parents who are like pretty high up above the river, rather than going and living in town where you're pretty much on the river level. Might be a better idea, to be honest. I think that might be a safe bet to go with. That's for sure.